If I could walk with the animals, talk with the animals, grunt and squeak and squawk with the animals,
then I would tell them to go and see something. Anything else, because this is the worst film with talking animals that I've seen since Cats. Actually, I think this might be the worst film I've seen since Cats, full stop. Which is a shame because on one level, this is the kind of swashbuckling nonsense that used to be the bread and butter of kids' movies for decades. I mean, a retired explorer, played by Iron Man himself, being dragged out of retirement to save the Queen of England by questing to find a fruit that might not even exist whilst being pursued by a relentless enemy. Michael Sheen, one of the many, many cast members enjoying a lovely break from acting, should be a fun and enjoyable romp. Should be, but isn't. Where to start? I mean, if I list everything wrong with Dolittle, then I'm going to give CinemaSins a run for their money, but it's pretty much all I've got because the pro list of this film consists of didn't set the auditorium on fire and kept my nephew quiet for 101 minutes, including credits. On the negative side, I had no idea who the central character was. I mean, you would think it would be Iron Man and his amazingly awful Welsh accent, but he can't decide if he's playing Sherlock Holmes or a wacky slapstick inventor. And besides, all the narration is done by Emma Thompson's parrot Polly, but she's got no arc, so it might be, Boy, played by a nobody whose mother must be very proud as he plays Iron Man's protege, but the film seems to forget he exists half the time, so I doubt it's him either, and there just isn't anybody else with enough screen time to even come close to central character. The CGI ranges from the pretty good to someone's first day. The animals can't decide if they want to be cartoonish, anthropomorphized versions of themselves or realistic versions of themselves. They're all played by A-list actors who seem to want to be somewhere, anywhere else but are hanging on for that paycheck. The dialogue is full of modern slang. If I had a shot for every joke aimed below the waist, then I'd be as drunk as the person who gave this film a $175 million, not including the advertising budget, and I'd make George Best look like a teetotaler after what passes for this film's thrilling climax. If I wore a watch anymore, then I would have checked it more during this film's runtime than for the last 6 months. The film's writers seem to have been having some sort of competition to who could come up with the most pointless, irrelevant, go-nowhere subplot, and to my money, the winner is the one who came up with the psychotic squirrel subplot. That's nothing to get excited about. Sit back down. The action scenes normally feature Dolittle mugging to camera whilst a CGI threat is attacking him from another angle, but they're never exciting or thrilling in any way, shape or form, and even my nephew was getting fidgety by the end. Did I mention at the time of recording this film has a lower Rotten Tomatoes score than Cats? I feel like that should be mentioned. The dialogue is full of modern pop culture references, all the human actors look vaguely embarrassed to be on set, and the whole film feels like it's been massively reshot by 3 different directors aiming for 3 different tones, which it was, and boy does it show. Also, the number of jokes which didn't fall flatter than a jelly baby that's been run over by several tanks was smaller than the amount of dates my script guy has had in the last 20 years, which is an accomplishment in and of itself. And where, might I ask, was the push me pull you? On the plus side, I wasn't attacked by an angry swarm of wasps during my screening. Summing up, Dolittle has a solid idea for an old-style ticking clock romp, but everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and I'm half convinced that this has been released as some sort of tax write-off. I can't think of a single positive thing to say other than it's over. I survived. And I'm fairly sure any child that buys tickets for this is actually just going to try and slip into Birds of Prey instead of actually setting foot in the auditorium. Works for me. Alright, so this is a bomb. Do not see this film under any circumstances, but what did you guys think? And what is your favourite adapted from old school literature film? Comment below, let me know. I'm Daniel, it's been a dunking. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe.